So happy that I've finished making it and I can have it daily, at least one of it. Very, very tasty. The ingredients for dry fruit laddu: you need ghee, 2 cups of almonds, 1 cup of raisins, 1 cup of walnuts, 200 to 250 grams of dried dates, and it should be the seed should be removed. Half a cup of pistachios, 1 cup of pecans, 1 cup of cashew nuts, and I have taken, this is roasted powdered flax seeds. It's around half a cup. Taken half a cup of suji, rava or semolina. This is makhana, or it's called the fox nuts or the lotus seeds. So I've taken 50 grams of it. 2 cups of desiccated sweetened coconut. You can powder it a little bit if you want or leave it as it is. This is gond, or it's called the edible gum. So I've taken 1 cup of it. It has to be, all of this has to be roasted in ghee or clarified butter. Sesame seeds, this is 1 cup. Melon seeds, I have different types of melon seeds, sunflower seeds, and I've mixed my pine seeds along with this. Mixed nuts, so you see these are the pine seeds, which I mixed it along with my other nuts, so I can take it out individually. And I don't have any pine nuts with me, so this is the pine nuts, okay? So I'm putting it all together. It's 1 cup each. And you need honey. This is palm sugar. So let's start with it now. Another thing you need for flavoring is cardamoms and nutmegs. So I've kept a pan on fire. So I've taken 1 cup of ghee, and we'll see how much we use it. I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of ghee first. Swirl it around. Okay. It should be on low medium or medium while you stand here and continuously mix it. You don't want it to get burnt. The lotus seed should be cooked well. So the measurements I told you, you can take more or less. If you don't have one, you can take the other nuts a little more. It all depends on the availability you have in your house. This is really all of which I'm putting it inside this to make the laddu. Is very nutritious, especially it's made during winter. If you just have 1 piece of that laddu, it's more than enough for the day to keep yourself healthy. I've made the laddus before for winter, but I've never put this lotus seeds in it. But I believe it's really, really good. It's good for digestion, it releases constipation. There's a lot many uses, benefits for this. Roasting semolina alongside on another pan. We need to roast everything in clarified butter, however little or more it is as per your liking. It takes quite a long time to make this laddu because everything has to be roasted very well, each one of it, and then mixed together along with the flavoring and made laddus out of it. And it remains for, it depends on how you make it, it remains for definitely for 2 months if you don't open the container every time. So when you roast everything in ghee or clarified butter, whenever you are roasting and it's nearly time, when it's finished roasting, you get a nice aroma for each and every item you roast. So I'm getting a nice aroma for this semolina. You can put even 1 cup or even 1.5 cups as you want. I'm just putting half a cup of semolina. You can also put wheat flour if you want and roast it well till it's nice and brown. Light brown, it should not get burnt. So all of this, the big ones, are to be either put in the mixie and ground, not to a powder consistency, but a little bit of a bigger size. So I'm going to put it in the mortar and pestle and crush it. It's good for old and the young. If you have people who have problem with the teeth, you can powder it to the consistency you want. So I'm taking it out now. The ghee gets easily absorbed. Pistas, the cashew nuts, and the pecans. Mix it continuously so that it doesn't get burnt. So either if you would like to put it in the mixie and crush it, or with a mortar and pestle, you can do it as you want and as per the consistency you want to. Either you want to make it into small granules. That tastes better, but if there are people who cannot chew and if it's difficult for them, then you need to powder it a little more. The lotus seeds takes longer because it has to get nice and crisp. Nuts don't take that much long. If you think any of the nuts are blackened or burnt, to remove it while before crushing them. That's enough. I'm going to take it off. So whenever you put the next batch of nuts or whatever, see that your pan is nice and clean. Okay. Yeah, you see. Just let it cool and then I'm going to crush it. First, dry roast the sesame seeds. Roast it dry and then I put some ghee in it. Here you see that I'm roasting the sesame seeds in ghee, and I will be roasting each and every nuts in ghee, which has to be roasted really well in low heat or low flame. And for this you need to be really patient because everything has to go slow and steady. So if you're having 2 and 3 burners doing at the same time, you have to be really fast in doing it, okay? You see how it's started crackling? So once it's stopped, you either switch off the flame and you have to give a stir every time on this too. I have to take everything. So it's all done. Okay. I'm going to take my sesame seeds here. This sesame seeds and the rava or semolina is roasted, and the nuts too, the pecans and the cashew nuts. The almonds. Slow fire. Medium, low, okay, always. And do it one by one if you're not sure of the cooking time. So this is almonds. I'm going to put, after say 3 minutes, I'm going to put my walnuts. There's enough of clarified butter in it. If we need more, we can put in. So here I've powdered the first set of pecans and cashew nuts. So if you have some of it as a whole, you can just cut it with the help of a knife, whichever remains whole, okay? I'm going to remove this, put off the... This is some mixed nuts with pine nuts in it. The other melon seeds. Sunflower seeds, melon seeds. Let this get cool. So this is the next batch, which is pulsated, and I'm going to switch off this now. I'm going to mix this. Let it get cold, and we're going to crush this too. The makhana, I'm going to crush pound it in the mortar and pestle. Put it on top of that. So I'm going to finish this. I'm going to crush this and get back to you. Let's put some more ghee. So I'm going to put this goond, that's edible gum. Should be on low fire. Just put a handful of it and let it get done. It pops up like a popcorn, and it has to be well cooked, well roasted. Otherwise it will get in between your teeth when you eat. Must be cooked inside and out. You see how it's popped up? This is very tasty to bite when you have a laddu. Let's put some more ghee. You see, once it's done, you can just crush it this way. Okay? So I'll just finish this and get back. Here is the other goond. See how it gets puffed up and roasted. So I have one thing that is left, except 2. This is sweetened desiccated coconut. There's no need of oil. A little bit is there, that is okay. Just roast it until the flavor and the aroma is released. So this is the crushed item. I have to take another container because there's more to be mixed inside. I need to put it in this big container. See, easy. Yes, more to be mixed. I'm going to put the kismis too in this. So I have to crush this and then put it inside this, okay? So here you see, not too much, just a little bit, okay? You can get the nice aroma of the coconut. I'm going to put it off and transfer it into the main container. Mix it all around. Now comes the dates. I'm going to put the whole thing. So it was 1, cup of ghee. It's comparatively less ghee I'm putting. Okay, so I'm going to put this dates, and it has to be well mashed. So when it gets hot, it becomes soft, and if the dates you're having is those hard ones, then you just have to soak it for some time, drain out the water, and then see that you fry it in ghee this way. Usually, even if it's a little hard, you roast it in slow fire, it becomes very soft. This is quite soft. Remove the seeds. If you come across any seeds, just take it out. See how it becomes soft? If you have soaked it in water, you have to drain it well, and again fry it in ghee or clarified butter well enough. Otherwise, the laddus what you're making will get the moisture. If it remains, the laddus will get spoiled. So that's why each and everything we are roasting it well in ghee and putting it. So you can put more dates if you want. So it is actually the dates that gives the sweetness. If you don't want to put sugar or honey, see, it becomes so soft and pliable. And just so that's almost done. I'm going to take it out. It's almost done. Now the mixing time, and I have to put some cardamoms and nutmeg. Okay, this is something that is yet to be put. That is the flax seeds, slow fire. It is roasted flax seeds, but I'm just roasting it, and it's powdered. This, I think, if it's not sweet enough, they're not going to eat it. So let's see how much of sweetness is with this dates which I put. So I'll mix it and see, and my palm sugar and honey has to be put after. So I'm going to even melt my palm sugar and keep, and as necessary I will put it, because if it's not sweet, they're not going to eat it. People who are diabetic and who do not want sweetness, then they can put more of dates in it and avoid the sugar part. Instead of you can put even brown sugar, you can put jaggery. This is palm sugar I'm putting, which we get to buy. I'll just roast this a little bit. The smell, the nutty smell you get, and then you can just switch it off. People who are allergic to nuts definitely cannot eat this. Okay, that's it. I'm going to put it off and put the whole thing in this. The dates have to be smashed. Okay, so now I'm going to put my sugar, palm sugar. I've got some ghee in it. I might put more ghee, but so far I have put only 1 measuring cup. It's 1 cup. Put 1.5 cup of palm sugar, okay, because it's a large quantity. 2 tablespoons of water I put. And this I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of ghee. So here I made so many laddus, and I've got so much more left. So half of it is again there. Just have to take few of it, and here just make it into a ball. Just have to press it, and if you think there's I just tasted it and it's really wonderful. It's so excellent. Nutty dry fruit laddus. So this is how you just have to make it. If it has gone cold, then you can just put it in a pan and make it hot, or you put a little ghee on the stove, make it, and you can make laddus. Okay, so here it is. You see how you make it. Just have to press it with palm of your hands and your fingers and make it into nice balls. I've put 1.5 cups of palm sugar that was melted, because otherwise, I'm sure I will end up eating everything and nobody will be eating it. So here we go. See? So that's it, and I'm going to complete the whole thing and I'll get back to you. You need to mix 1/4 cup of honey while mixing the whole powdered nuts. It's around 55 laddus.